today we're going to be testing my quad here on 33-inch all-terrain truck tires. They're actually 8 lug. Quad is 4 lug. But yeah, and I have a very good suspicion that this thing may float. Hopefully. If not, it's going to be a very bad day. Here, I have not started, I have not moved it, I have not done an absolute thing with it. Because this thing may just break off, because these things are rather heavy. So I think it's finally time for her to rest on her own weight for once. Nothing broke so. I'll roll this thing out on the sunlight real quick. I also have about that much turning radius. I also had to take off all the fenders and oh my lord. This was so worth it. Yeah, this thing does not turn. May have to do some frame chopping. Finally got this thing turned around enough to where I think I can start it. Come to the conclusion that I'm gonna need to chop part of my frame on my quad to get the ideal turning radius. Coast her in just in case, but yeah, if this thing doesn't float, it's gonna be a bad deal. It's not very deep. Oh, that one's off the ground. The front's not on the ground. Back's still on. Might be time to get wet. Yeah. That's cold. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. Oh my, oh.
Now with you on it, and you're getting almost over the motor.
That's float. That is floating. It literally floated my quad. You guys know how monumental this is to me, but it's pretty monumental. Now I'm not on it, which is another 140 pounds. But as it sits, my quad floats. I guess I'll try to start it first. It might be problem number one, and don't even start, I don't think. So I got no power. Therefore, it's not gonna start. Well, I might as well see if it'll float with me on it. So it may not completely. It's on the ground now. Float! back here at the drawing board on how to get this quad to float. I think I've come up with the idea of taking these old gas jugs here and strapping them underneath my quad, because if my math is correct, water is about like 8 pounds per gallon, so it should float that. So each one of these should do 40 pounds. So 3 of those, that's 120. Back out here with the old floating quad. This time we added some 3 5-gallon gas jugs to hopefully give it enough flotation that I can float on it now. But yeah, you have to wait and see. She got back her in nice and slow. She's pretty heavy with these old truck tires on her. Moment of truth. The front is floating, I think. Yeah, sure. The jugs seem to be placed semi-okay. I mean, it was just kind of half-assed with some baling twine. Looking promising, though. You know, it's been a long time coming. Yeah. Lot of haters and a lot of doubters. We know it floats semi-okay without me on it before, but now we added an extra 120 pounds of flotation, which hopefully should counteract me and quad in theory. But she's floating right now, no problem. I think, yeah, she's floating. Maybe there's a rock. No, this pine's really not that deep. Whichever the jugs are doing, I can just do the opposite. I don't think I'm floating. Almost. I think that tire's still in the mud. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm floating. Just a little bit farther. I should be able to float anywhere. And if you could put 2 and 2 together, you could figure out that I'm going to be floating bigger places than just the pond. We may have to do another revision of this thing, but it's floating perfectly fine by itself. See if I can get on it this time. Almost floating. Like you can tell how easily I can spin this tire with my fingers. We're about out in the middle of the pond. Oh. Oh, yeah, that was a rock. Hey. I think we're floating. I think I'm actually floating. Holy shit. Or wait. At the ground. I can't tell. I mean, I can spin these with my hands, but I mean, I don't know how deep the pond is here. I think it should be deeper than this. Right? It's not that deep. Maybe I wasn't floating. If I wasn't, it was very, very extremely close. Let's see if I can find a deeper spot of the pond. She's drifting with the wind. This thing may not be deep enough to float with me on it. And if not, then we'll have to go to the nice pond, which is way, way deep, and then I sink it and lose it forever. So I think I found the deepest spot in the pond. I'm just gonna give her one last hurrah to see if she'll float. I mean, it's floating. I trust that it'll float. I think it's floating. I mean, it depends where I lean on it, because like if I lean here, you can tell these tires are hitting the ground. But, like, it's pretty much like being weightless, so my quad floats with me on it. Still doesn't start. But you know, a little bit, maybe a couple more jugs here and there, and you know, this thing's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect for the lake. I mean, right there, I'm floating. Success has been successful. We out. Alright guys, I'm gonna see if I can make it up this here hill with these massive tires on my quad. This thing is not very good at going uphill, and yeah, you can see my feet. Yeah, not in the most ideal position, but we're gonna see how she does on dry land. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Oh, the wheel's coming off. Oh no. Come on. Come on. Oh, let's go. She did it. She did it. So yeah, she's definitely not the most off-road capable machine I've ever built, but next time you see this bad girl, we're gonna be floating on the lake.